Greet your neighbor.
We need you on camera. All crooked.
I never touched the camera. I touched the mic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're innocent.
Oh, yeah, there.
How's that?
Today's invocation was given by Beth Lee.
That's right. Dear Lord, we honestly believe the purpose of each life is to make a difference. We are aware that nothing does itself. Buildings don't build themselves, lessons don't learn themselves, classes don't teach themselves, and food doesn't prepare itself. Someone has to do everything that is done, make everything that is made, and plan everything that moves forward. We know the next move is up to us. Therefore, we pray for your divine guidance in our every thought, intention, and action. Amen.
Thanks, Beth. Welcome, everyone. I trust you all had a good weekend. Lynn and I were just talking that the attendance has been really well lately, and it's almost back or back to where it was pre-COVID. And that took a while, but it's just great to see all the tables. So I'm just glad you guys are coming. Plus, we're still picking up our ones on Zoom. So I think that puts us maybe more than pre-COVID. If any of you that are here today were not here last week when the district governor was here, we did pass out the Imagine pins. So if any of you might want one, I have quite a big bag of them. I'd be glad to part with them. If you can show me your Rotary identification, of course. Just kidding. Lynn and the secretary's report.
Thank you, President Greg. Russell Robertson's doing double duty today and has the traveling microphone. Thank you for that, Russell. And we're going to start with Vince Marion.
Thank you. My guest today is Jonathan Blake, the Economic Development Corner Person Series.
Donna Conley.
My guest today is my husband, Ed Connolly. He came because I'm not even trying yet.
Well, you're welcome for as long as you need. I'm glad to have you. We'll go back to Becky Foster.
Good morning. My guest is Kelly Gerhardt. She is the director manager of WQKT.
And Kathy McConnell's going to give us a youth exchange update.
So thank you all very much for giving me to me for tonight. Warm welcome last week. Since then, he has joined the cross-country team and he said that it is okay to run 5 kilometers and his legs are only little. He will be in the open or GV meet on September 10th at 11:10 if anybody wants to come cheer them on. We are also anxiously awaiting his soon-to-be partner in the exchange programs. He will be arriving on September 15th. And we'll have more announcements coming up that have been also in the newsletter, but just a reminder that we will be having an info session on youth exchange at 2 o'clock on Sundays at the 18th, and invite anybody who's interested or has a family member or neighbor who's interested in the program, because we are back and it is up and running.
Eric Richmond was a guest.
My guest today is my good friend Bob Hall.
Justin Starlin has an announcement about the upcoming flag ceremony, and while Justin's making his way up, Ron Holdman and the Oak Park Committee are meeting after our program today, right up here in the front corner.
Okay, 13 days. What happens in 13 days? Anybody know? Okay, fair, but I was going somewhere else. Flag raising? No, that's not 13 days. The Cleveland Browns will lose their 18th season opener to Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers. Okay, it's gonna happen. Mark my words. But 12 days from now, Becky, you got it. The commish got it. We are having a flag raising for the second year. And what is the purpose of the flag raising? Is A, to continue to highlight Rotary's donation of the community flag down at the fairgrounds, but also there is a purpose in that we are highlighting all of those businesses and individuals that have donated to the endowment fund. That endowment fund obviously set up so it's for the ongoing maintenance, replacement of flags, make sure that it's in tip-top shape down there. And I will tell you that as soon as that flag starts to fray just a little bit, we start getting phone calls. So Marty Starkey watches that like a hawk. So yeah, so we do have enough funds there for this to be a sustaining project. That is not project. That has been kind of the highlight of the project from day one. So Saturday, September 10th, 12 days away. 8:45-ish, 9 o'clock, Matt, right?
Opening ceremonies at 9.
Opening ceremony at 9.
And then we'll follow with inviting everybody down for that presentation.
Okay. The presentation, so it's, if you did not see the flag go up last year, this is your probably last formal time to see that happen. So President Long will be heading up that small presentation and recognition of those who have supported the community flag and Rotary. So again, mark your calendars, Saturday, September 10th, around 9 a.m., right down at in front of the Wayne County Event Center. Thank you.
Thanks, Justin. And I do want to give a thanks to Matt and the Fair Board for working with us on the whole flag project and giving us the opportunity to really showcase it at the fair opening both years. I mean, if you got to do it, that's the time. You got the natural audience, and it really makes Rotary shine. Like I've told you, I get videos from people all the time coming into town and videoing the flag from out on the hill coming in on 30. So we get a lot of notoriety on the flag. But the Fair Board and Matt letting us do that it was really special. And like Justin said, the flag police are everywhere. They don't let one little fray happen. I've seen it in the military for a long time, but that's good. I think Matt and his crew probably sees it first, but we want to fix those as soon as, you know, as early as you can, so that we don't have to replace the whole flag all the time. So, I thought people should know we did get, I believe, Lynn and I were just talking about it, 4 new applications for membership last week. That's a lot in 1 week. So I appreciate all you guys out there finding people, bringing them as guests. It makes Lynn's job a little harder, but that's fine. Okay, she can handle it. But it is a lot of work every time you bring a new one in. What we don't want to do is have the back door bigger than the front door. So let's try to retain anybody we can. It's very important, but we don't want to lose anybody. I would welcome our guests. Zumi, it's nice to see you back. I'm glad to see you participating. And Bob, Kelly, Jonathan, Ted, we hope you enjoy the program today and come back and join us anytime. Today's speaker will be introduced by Don Noble.
Thank you, President Gregg. Mary Beth Burns was appointed to president of the Wagon Economic Development Council in 2021. She previously served on the WDC's board of directors and the executive committee. Burns is a resident of Wayne County with more than 30 years of leadership experience in the J.M. Smucker Company in corporate communications, government relations, public, state, and local affairs, and charitable giving. Burns, a graduate of Ashland University, has been involved with Wayne County, serving on the boards of the Wayne County Community Foundation, the Orville Area Boys and Girls Club, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Health Foundation, Main Street Worcester, the Worcester Area Chamber of Commerce, and the Wayne County Hard Walk Executive Leadership Team. And I thought I served on a lot of boards. Then we also have Casey Solansky. She's the Director of Economic Development for the WDC. Casey serves as an advocate for economic development in the Wayne County through developing, directing, executing business attraction and expansion opportunities. Prior to joining WDC, Casey worked in the Department of Economic Development for the City of Cleveland, where she managed large-scale real estate development projects, tax incentive, and financing. Casey holds a Bachelor of Arts in Urban Studies and a Master of Public Administration from the Cleveland State University. She currently resides in Seville with her husband and 2 children. And then also our other Rotary member is Tracy Carmody. She's a graduate of the University of Akron. And Tracy joined the Wayne Economic Development Council with years of marketing experience in higher education. She previously served as marketing and communications specialist at the Ohio State University at Mansfield and had years of dedicated service to the University of Akron and Wayne College, where she served as manager of the community relations. Tracy focuses on enhancing the WDC's marketing, communications, and event planning. Additionally, she concentrates on development activities and investor relationships. A lifelong resident of Worcester, Tracy and her husband Clint live in the Tri-Way School District with their son Alex, who attends the 2nd grade. So please give a warm Wooster Rotary welcome to Mary Beth, Cassie, and Tracy. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. You've heard me speak a few times, so I brought the rest of the team so that you can hear them speak, and I'll just be brief today. I did have a couple people ask questions on if we were going to do the trivia contest like we did last time with Wayne County Business Trivia, but today that's not what we have, but I promise maybe next year we'll have a program with more trivia. But today we just wanted to provide you with updates from around Wayne County. And the Wayne Economic Development Council, we're going to tell you what we do, and then we're going to show you some examples of great things that are happening in our communities. The Wayne Economic Development Council is really focused on partnering, promoting, and prospering for Wayne County. I stole those 3 from the Wayne County Community Foundation, who condensed their mission statement to 3 words: give, grow, grant. So we are partner, promote, and prosper. But we're really focused on progressively promoting and facilitating business retention and strategic business growth for Wayne County. We focus our efforts on business and retention, so trying to work with businesses that are already in Wayne County, addressing any issues that they're having, trying to figure out how we can support their continued growth and development. The majority of our growth in Wayne County comes from current and existing businesses, so we want to make sure that we're here to support them in whatever way that we can. We also are looking at attracting and site marketing for potential businesses that are interested in coming to Wayne County. So we spend a lot of time trying to promote Wayne County in that regard. We also want to make sure that we have the talent and workforce pipeline, and we have a pipeline of growth and expansion projects. We also focus on marketing and events inside Wayne County and outside Wayne County, so that we can spread the word on how great our county is to those who don't reside here. And then we also take a look at our economic development toolkit and try and provide ways to enhance that to make sure that Wayne County remains competitive. This is a slide that I've shown before. We've shown it several times at board meetings, but wanted to show it just briefly again today, because in 2021, we told you what we were going to do, and we did it. In 2022, we're also focused on the things that we said we were going to do. Our major initiative right now is our strategic planning process. We've been working with Brad Whitehead from the fund, formerly of the Fund for Our Economic Future. And Brad has been working with lots of community members like you, and we thank you for those who participated in phase 1. That was sort of a situation appraisal of what was going on in Wayne County. And now he conducted over 40 interviews with Wayne County leaders We gleaned a lot of great information and positive feedback from folks, and it provided us a nice foundation for putting together that strategic plan that we're going to work on shortly. We have another work session this afternoon on that, and we hope to be able to unveil the strategic plan before the end of the month. There's a couple of things on key learnings, having 1 year under the belt that we've discovered. We have a very knowledgeable and exciting team, and we have discovered in year one that economic development is fun. There is no greater thing to do than to be a cheerleader for Wayne County. And we take that seriously every day, and we're having a great time. Most days, I will say 1 or 2 haven't been that great, but for the most part, economic development is fun. We are fortunate in Wayne County as you get to meet the leadership teams throughout the county. We have dedicated and committed leaders. We're very fortunate that whether you're in a city, a village, a township, there are some really dedicated people doing great things and making great things happen in our county. Wayne County businesses are diverse, they're strong, and they're growing. So while other communities are struggling, we are fortunate to have that diverse business base that continues to grow and prosper. Our biggest challenges that we hear at every meeting are workforce and supply chain issues. And a lot of heads nodding, so you've heard that too. It's not a surprise that workforce is a big issue. We are fortunate in Wayne County to have strong recognition and lots of interest from the state and throughout in the great things that have happened in Wayne County historically and continue to happen now. The importance of quality life and options that are available in Wayne County, if you want to be in a more rural setting or if you want to be closer to amenities, we have a lot of great things to offer here, and it's important that we work hard to maintain that. And then the last thing that was year one key learning is that we needed to re-engage with our regional and state partners. Wayne County had not had a seat at the table in some of those organizations, and we do now, and that re-engagement is a positive thing for Wayne County, that we're top of mind when those discussions are taking place regionally. Our state partners are Jobs Ohio, Team NEO, and of course WEDC. So a lot of times when we're at a business retention and expansion meeting, we learn of a local business who has plans for growth, and we can make that connection to Team NEO and Jobs Ohio to see if there's state incentives that can help support that. We're also fortunate in Wayne County to have great local partners with the cities and our townships and our chambers. We wanted to just give you an update briefly on a project that happened 2 weeks ago. When we get a lead that comes in from Jobs Ohio with an organization or a business that wants to take a look at sites that are available throughout the state, we get engaged with Jobs Ohio and Team NEO, and that happened with Project FlexPack. This was one of those project names that they seem to have lacked creativity on, because usually you can't figure out how they come up with the names. But Project FlexPack is an organization from Brazil, a company that makes flexible packaging for the food industry. They were interested in the Rittman industrial property because there's rail access there. So we were able to pull together a team with our utility providers and others to show that Rittman industrial site to them. They are looking at possible construction of 400,000 square feet for a manufacturing and distribution facility with an economic impact of potentially 133 jobs. Not right now, that's year 3, so don't panic, everyone. But we're hopeful that the Rittman site ends up on their short list of sites being considered. They were looking around the state at 2 other sites and then looking at 3 other states. So it's early in the process, but we wanted to at least tell you that we're out there marketing that site and the other available sites that we have. This is just a quick Wayne County quick facts. Wayne County unemployment is 2.53%, which is below the national average that was 3.5 in July. We are obviously have a strong manufacturing job base with 15,000 manufacturing jobs in Wayne County. The national average is about 4,100. So you can see how strong and diverse that manufacturing base is. And then we have 22.5% of our residents have a bachelor's degree or higher. And then this is an interesting factoid. When we look across the region, Wayne County is split 50-50 by the people who live and work here and the people who live and work elsewhere. But we have about 20,000 people that drive into Wayne County every day for employment. The highest number being from Stark and Medina counties, with Summit being number 3. But it's an interesting fact that how many people are coming into our community because of the strong job base that we have here. So those are just some quick facts. I'm going to let Tracy talk a little bit about our marketing tools, and then Kathy will give you updates on projects from around county.
Great, good afternoon, everyone. So as marketing and development coordinator, I get this amazing opportunity to market this county that we all know and love. So when I started at the WEDC in March, we got busy developing tools for continued success. So highlighted here on the screen, we have our overview/BRE sheet, which is a nice overview of the WEDC, and it's a great piece for Cassie and Mary Beth to take on our business retention and expansion visits. The other piece highlighted is our toolkit. Cassie did a great job of putting this together, as it gives a nice overview of doing business in Wayne County. This is the perfect piece that we gave to the Brazilian company Mary Beth just mentioned at the Rittman site visit, as it was designed for prospective business. So since starting at the WEDC, a lot of my time has been spent revamping our Work in Wayne and WEDC websites. Highlighted here is the Work in Wayne homepage, the top half of it. And this site is designed to attract job seekers. It concentrates on working, living, learning, and playing in Wayne County. It also gives job seekers the chance to search for open positions in Wayne County through the Ohio Means Jobs site. This website is nearly complete. I did have a small group of individuals reviewing it last week. So we will be incorporating their changes this week. So hopefully the site will go live in early September. This is a highlight of the work page. Again, this is just showing you the top of each web page. As you can see, every page starts with the banner photo, a brief outline of that page, an infographic, and then the job search box, which again links them to the Ohio Means Job page. The work page then goes on to describe our featured industry. Each industry page gives an overview and lists all the different businesses within Wayne County in that industry. The LIV page covers important topics such as housing, childcare, healthcare, and transportation. It also lists civic clubs such as Wooster Rotary, along with a few others. The Learn page covers our K through 12 schools and technical and higher education opportunities. And the Play page covers events, festivals, dining, and arts and culture. Again, we hope this site will go live in early September, so make sure you follow us on social media so you know when it's complete. The other site that I've been working on is our WEDC website. This is again a screenshot of the top of our homepage, where the Work in Wayne site is designed for job seekers. The WED site is designed for businesses. So once complete, this will be a great tool for not only prospective businesses, but also our local businesses for reference. Our homepage and site content are complete. We're just working on design templates for other pages. And one last project to highlight is our Made in Wayne video. This too will be featured on our Work in Wayne site. In under 3 minutes, this fast-paced video highlights 25 companies throughout Wayne County. I think the blurb from the Work in Wayne website describes it best. It reads, "Not only can Wayne County boast that our products are made in the USA, but our commitment to quality and service is unparalleled. Our businesses are driven, diverse, and dynamic, and strive to become employers of choice. Oh, and did we mention the products we make are pretty amazing?" So I know I'm always amazed to learn of the cool products made right here in Wayne County. So we were hoping to share this video with you today, but we've been tweaking the storyline just a bit, so it's just not ready. And not to sound like a broken record, but this too should be ready in early September. So, and again, follow us on social media so that you can see this video's debut. So now I'm going to turn it over to Cassie with updates from around the county.
Hello, good afternoon. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go over some of the updates and expansions that are going on throughout the county right now. We included a number of the logos for some of the larger expansion projects and developments that are going on throughout the county currently. A number of these projects are underway and have already started and upon completion, and then a few of them are just now getting started and moving forward. But what you see on the screen, total jobs created is 416, and then we have a $244 million investment among these groups of projects. And then the first one, most of you are aware of, and we're just going to do a brief snapshot of a few of these projects. But the first one is the Wooster Brush Company, which most people are familiar with. The building itself is the single largest building that's going to be built within the city of Worcester. They have 44 acres and they're completing a 600,000 square foot facility, which will give them additional room to grow if needed. And they currently have over 600 employees and will be adding an additional 70 with this project. And then within the industrial park, we also have the Daisy brand. They've been continuing to grow since they located in Worcester back in 2018. Most recently, they added an additional 50,000 square feet to expand their refrigeration for finished products. The company has continued to retain their employees and growing that employee base. And they've also are expecting some significant investment here in the next few years. We'll have more information on that as well, hopefully, as they continue to grow within Worcester. And then final is Setzer's Properties. Many of you are aware of the distribution facility that's being built within the industrial park too. This will be a 220,000 square foot facility, and they're going to be creating an additional 200 jobs. And then final for the city of Worcester that we have today is the College of Worcester. They have recently added an additional 8,000 square foot addition to the Lowry building. This is also including a significant amount of renovations that are happening. They have new offices within that building that are being renovated and a dining area, which has actually just been completed in time as students are coming back to school. And then moving into the Orville area, we have Jarrett Logistics. They recently started adding an additional 105,000 square foot onto their existing location in Orville. This addition's for warehouse and distribution. And they've continued to really invest a lot throughout the county. We also have a picture of the old Pizza Hut building that they are re-renovating into a creamery, which is right near the bike path. So they're really investing a lot within the county, as they've also been expanding throughout Northeast Ohio. And then also in Norville, we have McElroy Packaging. They're adding an addition to their building, which was just recently completed, of 27,000 square feet, where they also added an additional 5 jobs. And then finally in Orville, we have the J.M. Smucker Company. They added a 24,000 square foot facility for research and development for their Uncrustables products. This was a very large investment. They did a lot of work with the state on incentives to keep it moving forward, and they're going to be creating an additional 35 jobs with this new expansion. And then in Rittman, we have Shar Heating and Cooling. They are a large heating and cooling employer in the area. They have nearly 40 employees. They just recently built a new building to house their facilities, and there's continued growth options there as well. And then we wanted to cover a couple projects going on throughout the townships as well. One of these is the Linkway development in Dalton. They created a 50,000 square foot building that houses a number of different tenants. There's going to be a hair studio there. They'll have a cafe and workspace for nearby residents looking for places to work remotely. They have the STEAM Play Lab, and this project will also create an additional 20 to 25 new jobs within the township. And then Lau and Young. Lau and Young has been within Wayne County for over 70 years, and they are nearly doubling their current facility, where they're going to be adding an additional 20,000 square feet to add space for their sales and their shop. And this too will have a small job creation component as well that's attached to the project with 5 jobs. And then finally, we have Weaver Commercial Contractors. They had to relocate their new offices to Dalton. The reason for this was they needed additional space as they continue to grow as well. They're going to be building 10,000 square feet of office space with future job opportunities. One of the reasons for doing this, they were able to centralize their shop to be right with their offices as well. So it was a big move for this company. Then I'm going to turn it back to Mary Beth to go over some of the events that WEDC is going to be holding.
Thanks, Cassie and Tracy. As you can see, there's a lot of cool things happening in Wayne County, so we appreciate those updates, and we look forward to the rest of 2022. Since the start of it, it's started very strong. So we're excited about that. We're also excited that we can do our B for B meetings again and try and meet with people personally. And we have an upcoming event on September 14th at 7:30 in the morning at the Connections Conference Center. Many of you did participate in Where Are the Workers, the survey that the Fund for Our Economic Future had initiated several months ago. Wayne County had a lot of participants in that survey to provide our feedback. So we are pleased to have Bethia join us to go over the research findings from that report and learn a little bit more about where are the workers and how can we make sure that we're attracting them to Wayne County. Lastly, our annual meeting is planned for October 6th at 7:30 in the morning at Greystone. So we hope that you mark your calendars. More to come about that event and our keynote speaker, but we wanted to make sure that you at least had that on your calendar for now. I think that's it. Any questions? Tracy and Cassie are very happy to answer any questions that you may have. This always used to put the fear in me when in Orville, John Krupp is an attorney in town, and whenever he would raise his hand to ask a question, everybody would turn white because you never knew what he was going to ask.
You could feel it.
No, I think I'm not.
I wanted you to talk about the impact of Intel coming to Ohio on Wayne County, either positive or negative. What have you seen so far, or what fears have been expressed to you by the president of Wayne County?
Sure, that's a great question. Intel was an exciting, huge project for Ohio. So first I will address the positives. And that's great growth for Ohio, and a stronger Ohio is good for Wayne County. There are possibilities. Team NEO has a group that's focused with Jobs Ohio on who are suppliers to Intel, what are the growth opportunities for those potential suppliers, how can Wayne County play in that game? Do we have suppliers of suppliers? How can we benefit from that new business? I think is key. On the downside, I think there's some concern with the number of construction employees that are required to build that site and get it ready. And then ongoing for the operations, will we lose employees in Wayne County because it's not that far to get to the new Intel site? So I think that's a concern that people express. For us, we're taking a look at what we've called the mega site for several years. It's a large piece of property. I think there's roughly 800 acres that's located on Route 71, that right now is not shovel ready. So we're taking a look at what do we need to do to get that shovel ready, meeting with the townships and others on how can we get that property ready, should there be somebody that's looking to be a supplier for Intel. So that's one of the things that we're doing. I think trying to stay connected with Team NEO as well to say who are that list of suppliers and what can we do so that we don't lose talent to that project, but how can we benefit from the project really needs to be what we take a look at. Oh, hi.
Said about half of the workers in Wayne County come from outside of Wayne. Is that fairly similar capacity, or is that?
It's pretty similar, to past years with the 50-50 split. It is interesting when you look at neighboring counties where they have fewer people living and working, and they have more people, going elsewhere. So I think that 50-50 split is kind of nice for us, that you have the jobs to attract that 50% into the community to be employees, but you also have a strong base of the 50% that lives and works here and is invested in Wayne County.
The more of them live here, they can find a place to live.
Well, Justin's working hard on that. It depends on, there are housing developments that are going up all around Wayne County. So not just in Wooster, but Wooster is doing a lot to address the issue with housing that we've heard is a great concern. But there are housing starts going up in Rittman, there's housing starts in Orville and Dalton. So there's growth in the housing market. It's coming.
I had a question.
Yeah.
We know that almost everybody's looking for help. Is that hindering bringing anybody into Wayne County, or is that so universal that we're all playing the same game?
It was the first question that the group from Brazil asked for us, because it's universal in the state and it's universal in neighboring states. So it's a nationwide problem. I think we're feeling it significantly because we have such a low unemployment rate to begin with. I know that when we launch our Work in Wayne site, we're going to be spending money to advertise that in our neighboring counties, because we know that our workforce is pretty full with Wayne County and we need to attract more from Summit, Stark, Medina. We need to get the word out that they can come here and find great jobs. The employers that have a positive work environment, that pay their employees well, those are the businesses, a nice corporate culture, those are the businesses that have less of a problem right now in attracting and retaining employees than some of the others. But it is a big concern. And I think with Where Workers, we'll have some, and when Magnet was here, when we had the Magnet event, we talked about what employers need to do. Those employers who seem to have really robust internal recruitment incentives and packages and programs to do a referral system, those employers are doing better at attracting than others. Just the signing bonus alone isn't the solution to filling those open positions. That internal referral program is really beneficial as well. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. In appreciation for your time today with us, we'd like to present you with a rendition of the Rotary Wheel with the 4-way test on the back. This is made locally by students at the Village Network. Thank you very much. Okay, well, we're pleased to have all our guests here today. We thank you all for coming. Remember that next Monday is Labor Day, and of course, we have no new meeting. 2 weeks from today, on the 12th, our program will be Jay Regalis, Volunteer Community Liaison, giving us the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's. Not touching that. Have a great Labor Day and see you in 2 weeks. We stand adjourned.